Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that the most powerful force in the universe is already inside you, waiting quietly for you to speak two simple words? What if everything you've been praying for, hoping for, and striving for could begin to shift the very moment you understand the true meaning of I am that I am? Today you're not just going to hear a message, you're going to step into a vibration that can rewrite your life from the inside out. Stay with me, because in the next few moments you will discover how one ancient code can transform your fear into clarity, your doubt into power, and your desires into reality. This is the Moses Code. The phrase I am that I am is often read quickly, spoken casually, or reduced to a historical moment between Moses and the divine. But when you slow down and feel the depth of it, you begin to sense that it contains a spiritual formula for creation itself. Wayne Dyer often said that the two most powerful words we ever speak are I am, because whatever follows them becomes a command, a proclamation to the universe, and an instruction to our own subconscious mind. This keynote invites the listener to realize that the Moses Code is not simply a statement, it's a direct invitation to align with the highest, most authentic version of yourself. Moses stood before the burning bush in awe, overwhelmed by a presence he couldn't fully grasp. And yet what he heard was not an explanation, not a name in the traditional sense, but a revelation. I am that I am. In that moment, the universe was revealing that the essence of God is the very essence of existence itself. And when you bring those words into your own life, you begin to understand that this same divine essence flows through your breath, your thoughts, and your intentions. You begin to see that every time you say I am, you are echoing that same creative force. You're declaring your identity. You're shaping your reality. You're calling forth the qualities that construct your world. Wayne Dyer would often remind us that there is a vast difference between saying I want and saying I am. When you declare I want, you reinforce the state of not having. You affirm distance. You affirm lack. You affirm separation from your desires. But when you say I am, you step into the vibration of already having, already being, already aligning with the very state you seek. And this is why the Moses Code meditation carries such profound transformational power. It shifts the focus from longing to belonging, from desire to embodiment, from separation to unity. Many people speak I am statements unconsciously. I am tired. I am stressed. I am unlucky. I am afraid. What they don't realize is that they are invoking the very structure of creation that Moses was shown. They are calling those states into form. Not because the universe punishes or judges, but because the universe responds to the vibration you send out. It mirrors you. It amplifies you. It brings back to you the energy you broadcast most consistently. When you understand this, you begin to feel just how sacred, how delicate, and how powerful these two words truly are. The Moses Code meditation invites you to slow down and feel the frequency behind I am that I am. It guides you to experience not the surface of the words, but the energetic truth beneath them. As Wayne Dyer would often say, it helps you shift from asking life to change into changing the way you show up to life. When you use I am consciously, intentionally, and aligned with your divine identity, you begin to dissolve the layers of fear, doubt, and limitation that have accumulated over the years. Think of the times in your life when you felt small, inadequate, or unworthy. Many of those feelings came from the internal dialogue that followed statements like I am not enough, I am not capable, I am not deserving. The Moses Code offers a spiritual reprogramming, a way to rewrite those subconscious patterns using the very language of creation. When you begin to replace those limiting declarations with I am worthy, I am whole, I am guided, I am loved, I am connected, I am divine, something begins to shift inside you, not in a forced, artificial way, but in a quiet, powerful, natural way. You begin to realign with who you truly are beneath the noise of the world. Wayne Dyer frequently taught that everything begins in the world of thought, and thought is always shaped by identity. If you believe you are limited, your actions will reflect that. If you believe you are connected to something infinite, your life becomes an expression of that truth. The Moses Code meditation is a gentle doorway into that realization. As you breathe, repeat the words, and feel their resonance, you begin to sense that I am is not a description of God alone. It is a reminder that the divine spark within you is the same spark that ignited the burning bush. the same spark that animates all of creation. When Moses asked for God's name, what he received was the most universal answer imaginable. Instead of a label, he received a principle. Instead of a definition, he received a vibration. Instead of an explanation, he received a truth that transcends religion, culture, and language. And when you adopt this truth into your own life, you begin to recognize that you are not separate from the divine. You are an expression of it. You are a vessel through which it speaks, creates, and evolves. The Moses Code meditation brings you into a state of stillness where these realizations feel less like ideas and more like experiences. You begin to feel the presence of something greater moving through you, not as a distant force, but as the core of your being. You begin to embody the truth that I am is not a wish, not a hope, not a mantra. It is your birthright. It is your essence. It is the foundation of your spiritual identity. As you immerse yourself in the meditation, you notice how your energy begins to shift. The ego loosens its grip. The mind softens. The heart expands. You start to remember that. You are not defined by your past, your failures, your fears, or your circumstances. You are defined by the consciousness that speaks through you when you say I am. And when you align those words with love, compassion, abundance, peace, and gratitude, your entire inner world begins to transform. The Moses Code is not about using I am to demand things from the universe. It's about realizing that what you seek is already within you. It's about returning to the source of your identity, understanding that you are not separate from your desires, and awakening to the truth that you are already connected to everything you long for. When you embrace I am that I am, you step into a space where creation becomes effortless, where peace becomes natural, and where your life becomes a reflection of your highest spiritual truth. Wayne Dyer often reminded us that the universe responds not to our wishes, but to our vibration. This truth lies at the very heart of the Moses Code, and its power to transform your inner and outer world. When you declare I am, you aren't simply describing yourself. You are aligning with a frequency, a state of being that begins to reshape the way energy flows into your life. The idea that you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are, becomes the guiding principle that governs how the Moses Code works. This keynote is an invitation to step into the vibrational identity of your highest self, not through force or effort, but through conscious agreement with the divine presence within you. The Moses Code encourages you to shift from wanting to being. Most people spend their lives caught in the cycle of wanting peace, wanting happiness, wanting abundance, wanting healing. But wanting keeps you in a state of lack, because when you want something, you affirm that you don't currently have it. It becomes a vibration rooted in absence. The more you want, the more you solidify the gap between yourself and your desires. Wayne Dyer taught that the key to manifestation isn't craving something. It's becoming the vibration of what you desire so that life reflects that frequency back to you. The Moses Code meditation guides you slowly, gently into that shift. When you say, I am peaceful, you are choosing to become the energy of peace. When you say, I am abundant, you begin to resonate with abundance. When you declare, I am blessed, you step into a state where blessings naturally flow to you. These statements are not about pretending or forcing a belief you don't feel. Instead, they are about aligning with the truth of your higher self, the part of you that already exists in these elevated states. Your soul does not struggle to feel abundant. Your spirit does not feel unworthy. These are conditions of the mind, shaped by past experiences and the world's conditioning. The Moses Code helps dissolve these layers so your original state can shine through. Think about how often people affirm their limitations without realizing it. They say, I am always anxious, I am unlucky, I am not creative, I am not strong enough, I am overwhelmed. Without knowing it, they are reinforcing the very states they wish to escape. Not because the universe punishes, but because the universe mirrors. The frequency you hold becomes the reality you experience. This is why becoming a vibrational match to your highest self is not a spiritual luxury. It is a necessity if you want to change the direction of your life. The Moses Code meditation helps you tune your inner instrument. Imagine you are a musical instrument, and life is the song being played. If the instrument is out of tune, no matter how skilled the musician is, the sound will be distorted. In the same way, if your vibration is aligned with fear, doubt, or scarcity, then even your best intentions can feel blocked or frustrated. But when you tune yourself to the frequency of peace, abundance, gratitude, or love, the music of your life begins to flow with clarity and harmony. You become receptive to inspiration, guidance, and opportunities that match your inner state. Wayne Dyer often spoke of the invisible world as the starting point for everything. What you see in your outer world is always a reflection of what you hold in your inner world. The Moses Code allows you to enter that inner world with precision and intention. The words I am that become a bridge between the version of yourself that feels limited and the version of yourself that is divine, unlimited, and infinitely capable. When you say I am that, you are acknowledging that whatever quality or experience you desire is already part of your spiritual identity. You are not trying to create peace. You are revealing the peace that was always yours. You are not trying to manifest abundance. You are aligning with the abundance that exists within the divine aspect of your being. The process is not about ego-driven desire, but soul-led remembering. Wanting comes from the ego, being comes from the soul. The Moses Code meditation shifts you from wanting to being by slowing your breath, calming your mind, and guiding you into a state where you can feel the vibration of what you seek before it appears in your physical life. This is what Wayne Dyer meant when he said, "Feeling good is the vibration that attracts good." When your inner world resonates with joy, peace, or gratitude, the outer world responds naturally. There's a deep spiritual truth that becomes clear through this practice. The universe is not withholding anything from you. It is simply matching you. If you feel unworthy, life will mirror situations that confirm that feeling. If you feel worthy, life will expand to meet that belief. If you vibrate with love, you will notice how more love finds its way to you. If you vibrate with fear, you will observe how fear manifests in your experiences. This is not destiny, it is resonance. And when you consciously use the Moses Code to shift your resonance, your entire reality begins to transform. Another important aspect Wayne Dyer emphasized is that your highest self is never anxious, never overwhelmed, never doubtful. These states belong to the conditioned mind, not the divine essence within you. When you align with I am that I am, you bypass the mind and go straight into the truth of your being. You open the door to inspiration instead of resistance. You receive intuitive guidance instead of confusion. You attract synchronicities instead of setbacks. Your life begins to feel supported, guided, and connected. This keynote also invites you to notice how subtle yet powerful these shifts can be. You don't need to repeat affirmations loudly or forcefully. You don't need to convince the universe of anything. You simply need to become the energy of what you seek. Even small adjustments in your vibration create powerful changes in your life. A quiet internal declaration like, I am calm, can soften your entire emotional state. I am receptive can open doors you didn't even know existed. I am guided can lead you toward people, opportunities, and insights that align with your purpose. The Moses Code meditation is not about manipulating reality. It is about harmonizing with it. It is about remembering that you are not separate from the divine force Moses encountered. You are an expression of that force. When you bring your vibration into alignment with your highest self, you stop trying to push life from the outside and begin to attract from the inside. You begin to flow with life rather than resist it. You start to see that what you've been seeking has been seeking you as well, waiting for you to match its frequency. As you deepen your practice, you may notice your desires changing. What once felt urgent may lose its grip. What once felt impossible may begin unfolding with ease. You start living not from fear of what might happen, but from trust in the guidance within you. This is what it means to become a vibrational match to your highest self, living in alignment, openness, and unity with the divine nature of your being. You are no longer asking life to change. You are allowing yourself to become the version of you who naturally experiences the life you desire.